Our next contestant this evening is Karl, Toastmaster Karl Ryder, with his speech, My Brother's Keeper. Please welcome Toastmaster Ryder.
I was the best man at my brother's wedding a number of years ago. It was a nice change of pace to be in a wedding that wasn't mine. But at the time I thought the term best man was a little presumptuous. After all, if I'm the best man, why is she marrying him? We were wearing the same style tuxedos. We could have very easily just switched places. Well, my willingness to switch places with my brother was just me looking out for my little brother. I wanted to be a better brother than Cain was in the Old Testament. You may recall that God asked Cain one day where his brother Abel was. Cain said, "I know not." "What am I, my brother's keeper?" I thought that was a convenient lapse of memory, considering he had just whacked his brother. Of course, there were times over the years when I wanted to put my brother out of his misery as well. But see, I was expected to be my brother's keeper because I was the older brother. And that was not an easy assignment. Mr. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone who's ever had a brother nicknamed Attila. Yeah, my brother was a handful, but we both had challenges growing up. Our parents fought a lot, and mostly they fought over us. It turned out that neither one of them wanted custody of us. So they had to stay married for years. Of course, we always suspected that my dad wasn't real fond of us. He kept in his wallet the pictures of the kids that actually came with the wallet. And my dad, because I was the older brother, lectured me a lot on taking responsibility. He would say things like, "Karl, when Lincoln was your age, he had a job. When Lincoln was your age, he walked 6 miles to school each way every day." I thought to myself, yeah, when Lincoln was your age, he was president. And I also knew that my mother was continuously stressed out by my brother's shenanigans. In fact, when he was 10 years old, she was still practicing Lamaze breathing. Well, as we got older, being my brother's keeper got tougher and tougher. I thought about going to Lamaze classes myself every time he would say, "Here, hold my beer, watch this." Like the time he threatened to jump off the roof of our house into the swimming pool. I yelled at him, I said, "Pete, you might want to wait till they finish the pool and fill it with water." Then we were in Las Vegas, and he said, "Karl, let's go to the Monte Carlo and get some women." I said, "Pete, you're huge, hairy, and balding. Why don't we go to Cracker Barrel and get some catfish?" He said, "Why don't you ever say anything positive?" I said, "Okay, last night you got drunk and painted an orphanage." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, except I lied about the orphanage part." Yes, my brother did get married recently, but for most of his life, he was a bachelor by choice. Ladies' choice. I tried to fix him up on many occasions over the years, but apparently his reputation preceded him. I was trying to convince this one gal to go out with him, and she kept saying no. I said, "How can you not like a guy who's doing 500 hours of community service?" I couldn't get it. And then, after a prodigious effort, he was able to get a date with a very nice gal. Sure, she was Catholic and it was during Lent, but it was a date. Her father said, "I want her home by 10:15. He said, "Middle of October? Cool." Well, now he insists that he's in love with the woman he just married for the first time in his life. I said, "How do you know that?" He said, "Well, this is the first time I've ever seriously considered killing myself." Over the years, I've tried to get my brother to be healthier. I tried to get him to exercise, but his idea of exercise is filling the tub with water, pulling the plug, and fighting the current. I said, "Pete, exercise is addictive." He said, "I don't think so." He said, I can quit this nonsense anytime I want. You won't see me in the exercise wing at the Betty Ford Clinic going, I can't stop! I can't stop! I tried to get him to do some sit-ups with me one day. He said, sit-ups? I don't do ups. I do downs. Sit down, lay down, boogie down, give me a cheeseburger, I'll wolf it down. But I don't do ups. Ups defy gravity. Gravity is a law. I obey the law. But I said, exercise burns fat. He said, well, it better be a controlled burn. Or if this puppy goes up all at once, we're going to have a mushroom. Yes, I am my brother's keeper, but he's been looking out for me as well. A little bit of role reversal. We were at a cocktail party a number of years ago, and I said, Pete, I think that blonde over there is looking at me. I think she likes me. She's been staring at me. He said, I think she's staring at you because your tie is in your neck, your tie is in your drink. Yes, being a role model is an awesome responsibility, but it's a learning experience too. My little brother has taught me so much about life: patience, understanding, offering unconditional love. So yes, I'm my brother's keeper, but he's been my keeper as well. Mr. Contest Master.
This time, we'll observe another minute of silence for our judges.